Warning: this is a Katawa Shoujo playthrough. Some content may be inappropriate for kiddies. Previously on Katawa Shoujo.
I was about to make the same joke. Ah, a girl on my arm. This is exactly what we were trying to get to. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique. Hisho, this is Akira Satao, my older sister. Okay, so it is a sister. Wanna go see some more of the festival with me? Yeah. Maybe. Oh, to see. Gotta go see. Oh, I get. Blind jokes. Resting my hand on her shoulder. Oh, we're going there. We're going there, my peeps.
And our story continues.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, Jake on OneManBand is back again. I got my computer back. I got a new recording software. I'm ready to play some KS. How about you? You're not playing it, you're watching me. Or maybe you are playing it and watching me at the same time. It's kind of a conflict of interest. But anyway, let's get going on with the story, shall we? I rub my eyes as the lunch bell rings, glad for the temporary relief from work. Why is Lilly in our classroom? I'm entirely unsurprised when I look over to the door and see Lilly standing there, cane in hand, patiently waiting for Hanako. Considering her acceptance of my request to join them yesterday, I decide to spend my lunchtime with them rather than eat alone. Well, yeah, who wants to eat alone? Nobody. One is the loneliest number. Hanako moves surprisingly fast to meet her companion, and the two enter the hallway before I can catch up. Lilly head turns slightly, registering the sound of footsteps behind her. As Hanako notices and follows her lead, she almost jumps in surprise. Don't be scared of me, Hanako. I'm not even scary. Well, there was that one... No, I'm not scary. Hishio. Hello, Hishio. Hello, Hanako. Hi. Hi. Sorry if I startled you. Lilly turns to greet me, helped in her orientation by Hanako. Good afternoon, Hishio. Are you joining us? Well, yeah, I said we kind of made arrangements yesterday. If it's no trouble, there's not much else to do, really. Besides eat with two lovely ladies. Lilly gives a small nod as if to slightly brush away any idea that it would be troubling in the least. We descend one set of stairs and walk down the hallway to the usual room, our pace somewhat quicker than usual thanks to Lilly using Hanako for direction, rather than her cane and the railings. As expected, it's deserted. The sound of the other clubs can only barely be heard as sunlight streams into the room from outside. Looking around the room, I notice a couple of empty easels propped up against... Or is it easels? I think it's easels, whatever. Propped up against a wall that I don't think were there before. The art club must be using this room for extra storage. This is our tea room! Get your artsy stuff out of the tea room! Should I get the chess set out? Hanako's voice seems less tense as when she directly addresses Lilly. Lilly plays chess? I find that hard to believe, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least. Yes, I'll make tea while you sort the pieces. And I can do that for you if you like, being the gentleman that you should be. She ponders the offer for a moment before smiling, confirming that I've made the right choice. Her face is remarkably easy to read. Well, it would have to be, since people talk with their eyes a lot, but since Lilly is blind, she would have to, make up for that with just facial expressions, especially with mute people. Mute people, they use facial expressions as well as sign. Just, yeah. Very well, thank you. She slides her retracted cane into the handle of her bag and sets it against one of the table legs before taking a seat opposite Hanako. Man, that'd be almost cool to have like a retractable cane. I mean, it's like an asp. If you don't know what an asp is, then it's a retractable club thingy that police officers use. As I prepare tea for the three of us, I can hear the small wooden pieces begin being set on the board. I wonder how good Lilly is at chess, given her circumstances. That's what I'm wondering! By the time I place the steaming teacups onto the table, Lilly and Hanako have already moved their first pieces as they nibble on sandwiches and rice balls from their respective bags. Now, which has the sandwiches and which has the rice balls? Alrighty. Chess! Alrighty. I know that the chessboard they're using has holes in the middle of each square. The pegs at the bottom of the pieces, as each dark square is slightly raised. Okay, so the holes are there so they can put the pieces on there and they don't move around, and they're slightly right. Oh, okay, it's compensating for blindness by. Yeah, that is a really good idea. That is awesome. You know what? I just want that kind of chess set just to have. I mean, I don't know any blind people, but still, watching Lily's fingers skating over the board, tracing out the positions of the pieces, makes me marvel a little at the simple ingenuity of the design. It must be specifically made for blind players, and for players that just want a cool friggin' chess set like that, like me. Here you go. Look at us back there. We're just like, yeah. I'm watching Hanako. Yeah. With that smile. That is like that is not a friendly looking face. That is, I don't know. Hanako gives a small nod as I put down the cup next to her side of the board. Lily's hand ventures sideways slightly, so I gently place the cup, touching the tips of her fingers, a gesture she seems to appreciate. I finally take a seat and silently sip my tea as the two play. The contrast of their appearances while playing is interesting to watch. Hanako looks closely at the board, her face one of focused concentration. Lilly, on the other hand, keeps her hands level and maintains her calm neutrality. Lily's gentle voice addresses both of us as she continues to play. How is class now that the festival's over? I look to Hanako to see whether she'll answer first, but see that she's doing the same. Oh, that awkward moment. Not great. Half the class seems to be dozing off, even including the teacher, not to mention the test on top of all that. Hanako quickly adds her own agreement with this. I could imagine that being a bit difficult for you, being a transfer student. I think I did fine. Other than the stock of a test coming up early, science is probably my best subject. How'd you do, Hanako? Me? Okay, I guess. Hanako's too sincere to be able to pull off lying very well. That much is obvious. Lily's smile slips very slightly. From her reaction, Hanako must not, because I can't really say mustn't correctly, and I just did it correctly, but anyway, Hanako must not be skilled enough at academics to do very well without preparation. Oh, so she's one of those people who has to study. I unfortunately did not have that issue when I was in school. I was just one of those people that everyone hated because it was like, you don't even study and you still get a good score. Man. How did your class handle it, Lilly? Aw, that's a nice face. It went surprisingly well, actually. Only one student was absent, which is better than what the teacher expected. With the topic all but run dry, the two concentrate on their chess game once again. I can't say I've ever liked the idea of chess as a spectator sport, but given its unique nature, for once I'm rapt at watching the game unfold. As time wears on, both of them demonstrate decent skills at playing the game. Having captured 2 or more pawns than Hanako, Lilly has the upper hand, but only slightly. Until Hanako makes a strange move with her queen, seizing upon this lapse. In judgment, Lilly takes piece of her knight. Not a good thing when you're the first one to lose one of your special pieces. Without hesitation, Hanako moves a pawn to take Lilly's rook on the opposite side of the board and promotes it to queen. 2 queen, yeah, now we got a battle! Lilly's face flatters as her fingers move over the pieces and she realizes that she just fell into Hanako's trap. Ooh, trap munch? Trap much? It's a tarp. It's a trap. It's a little distracting to have the board traced out after each move, even if it's out of necessity. Judging by Hanako's lack of reaction, she must be used to it. She and Lilly must have played at least a few games of chess against each other after all. Check. That's not bad at all. Nice, Hanako. You're awesome, man. Yeah, high five. Compliment caused her to flower into a surprised blush. Thank you. I didn't think it would work. I look over to Lilly, her fingers having just finished tracing the position of her remaining pieces in an attempt to extricate her king from this bind. I think this is checkmate. I take another look at the board to confirm. Sure enough, her king has nowhere to escape without being threatened by another piece. My earlier question as to which of them is better at this has just been answered. Hanako is the chess master! So it is. Lilly gives a small sigh as Hanako smiles. From their reactions, it seems like a fairly usual result. How long have you two been playing? Are you talking about just today or in general? Since I was young. Okay. Young. That's a very broad spectrum. Lilly nods at Hanako's brief answer. Hanako taught me how to play soon after I met her. I can beat her every now and then, but it's a rarity. I don't seem to have the right mindset for it. If Lilly came to Yamuku at the start of high school and met Hanako when she moved to the dorms, that means she's only been playing for about 1 year. Okay. After seeing Hanako's level of play, I'm not too surprised Lilly has trouble beating her. But she's better at languages than I am, so... Lilly gives a appreciative, if slightly amused, smile at Hanako's quick reversal of her compliment. Well, that's how it is. Much to everyone's surprise, the bell suddenly rings, heralding the end of the lunch break. That game lasted longer than I thought it did. Same, I guess we'd better get back to class. No going back to class. Class sucks. Hanako's already in the middle of packing up, so I take Lily's bag and offer it to her. To my surprise, she takes it and nods, and then places it back down on the table. What's going on? Issue, may I make a request? That all depends on what the request is, my fair lady. Sure, go ahead. Would you mind if I were to quickly feel your face? Feel my face? she's going to map out my face with her beautiful, nimble hand fingers. Well, no, go ahead. I don't mind. Yeah, this isn't awkward at all. The question takes me severely off guard. Once I regain my composure, it seems sensible enough. So far, Lilly had no idea what I actually look like, and it would be her only way to find out. Aw, touching. Oh, look at that. So cute. Lilly raises her right hand which I take in mine and guide it to my face before letting go. The room is entirely silent as Lily's hand moves over and around my features, more my chin and from my chin to my cheeks to everywhere else. I expected it to feel a lot more disquieting. That word than it does. I suppose that's because the action is entirely a matter of practicality, being functionally no different to simply looking at someone's face. Her hand is soft, but it takes me by surprise is the length of her fingers, not to mention how sure even the slightest of her movements are. I have no doubt that her level of tactful feeling would be far beyond mine. Her hand briefly runs once through my hair before retreating. I'm sure that every inch of my face has been committed to her memory. It's only now, too, that I realize Hanako has been silently watching the entire time. Well, Hanako's probably the only other person Lilly has done this to. Thank you for letting me do that, Hishio. And if I might add, I think you're quite handsome. Yeah! I was about to say, now you know you ain't messing around with an ugly guy. I blushed a little at her remark before raising a questioning eyebrow. But if you can't see, how? Just because I can't see, that doesn't mean I don't have my own preferences. Dang, son! You got owned. We better go now. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess we'll see you later, Lilly. Walking through the hallways back to our classrooms, I noticed that Hanako seems quieter than before, but also more comfortable. Lilly, her hand on Hanako's shoulder, seems to pick up on her assumed pace as well, smiling as they walk. If I could spend the rest of my time at Yamako like this, I don't think it'd be so bad. All that's needed for joy are small exchanges of happiness, after all. As I reach my desk, I set my bag aside and realize something, or rather, my stomach does. I was so busy with those two, I forgot to buy lunch. Oh, you idiot! Well, that's okay, we have a time skip, so it doesn't really matter what you feel. Alrighty, guys. With that, I think we're going to have to end the episode here. Like and favorite if you've enjoyed, subscribe, of course. Share this with all your friends if you feel like it. And I will see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. I'll see you then. Yeah!